Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I just thought I'd throw that in there because that's how she starts out her videos, but not trying to not trying to copy, just trying to make this a little bit more exciting, I guess, for you guys. But anyways, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be reviewing the BH Cosmetics collab with Sylvia Gani, and I've actually been subscribed to her for a while now, and so the minute that this launched on the website, I picked it up. So I got this in the mail yesterday, and I decided to go ahead and get this filmed and get up for you guys in case you were wondering about it. So this also came in the box, and then you have the palette and the unicarton. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump on into this video. Alright, so this is the outer packaging that the palette comes in, and then you slide it out, and this is what the outer packaging looks like. Has that nice like snake skin pattern with like her logo here, and I like the gold attention throughout the palette. I think that's really nice. And it's different from what we've seen coming out here lately. And I've already got it like dirty, but shocker. And then you get a really nice mirror in here. I mean, when I say it's nice, it's nice. I told my husband I almost want to like depot the shadows and remove the mirror and just like use that mirror like every day when I do my makeup. But anyways, it comes with a plastic covering. And then this is what the inside looks like. So you have like this rose pattern in the back here. And then it's 22 shadows, or well, 20 eyeshadows, and like 2 you could use as a highlighter or on the eyes. So 22 altogether is in the pan. And I am really gravitating towards like these purples here. But my husband said I should break out of my comfort zone and play with this bottom row. So that should be interesting to say the least, because these kind of colors just really are something I'm not comfortable with. But alright, so I just moved you in a little bit closer so that way I can swatch these for you guys. So the first row here we have Wolf Print Channel, Obsessed, and S Club. So I'm just going to swatch these, and I'm not a very good swatcher, but then again I don't solely rely on swatches, just because you just don't know how they're going to perform on the eyes, so they're not necessarily end all be all, but I mean they seem to swatch fine. They're a little bit of kick up in the pan, but again, that's not like anything concerning to me. Of course, Wolf is like my skin tone, so you're not really going to be able to see it on my hand. Okay, next up we have Ginger, Rose, Goddess, Queen, and October. So, and the shimmers in here look amazing. So that's what the second row looks like. And Tati did like a video with like using YouTubers collabs or brands or whatever, and she did a really good swatch, which she always does, of this palette. So if you are really wanting to see better swatches, then I suggest you go check out Tati's video, or you can go to Sylvia's YouTube channel and see her swatches for when she announced this collab. So just in case you guys were wanting to go and check some swatches out. But on the third row we have Sisterhood, Self-Love, Wild Child, Independent, and Rebel. And this row isn't really something I would go for except for the purples. Like, I love purples on my eyes. It just suits my eye color. But they're really pretty colors. So that's what those look like. Really, I mean, these shimmers are gorgeous. Alright, on to the fourth row. We have Underrated, Bare, Hazel, Night Out, and Unapologetic. And I'm just like swirling my finger in there like that. I'm not like digging into the pans or anything. And these swatches are awful, I'm sorry. But that black though, that was a really nice black swatch. So that's what those look like. And that last row is all matte. So, and then lastly we have the two on the side. One is Libra and one is Opal. So that one is Libra and this one is Opal. Which I'm also a Libra, born in October, so. And I really, really like that Opal. This one might be too dark for me. I might be able to get away with it, but this Opal one is like right up my alley. So I forgot about these two and went ahead and put highlighter on anyways. But I'm just going to kind of go over it. Because I'm curious to see if this is like glitter. It looks like it might have a little bit of glitter in it. Nothing like too crazy. You might want to like spray your brush before you go in. And it did have some kick up in the pan, but like I said, it's not like an end all be all for me as long as they perform like they're supposed to. And this palette's really affordable, so I wouldn't, you know, expect them to be, you know, like $50 palette quality, but woo! I love this shade. Alright, just got you guys a little bit closer to me so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea what look I'm going to try to achieve today, so this should be very interesting. But I think I'm going to start out with my Morphe M441. I like using this as like my transition. So I think I'm going to dip into Channel right there. This like really pretty mustard color. And that one does have quite a bit of kick up in the pan. I don't know if you can see that. So I think it's definitely something you want to like tap off your brush for. But again, nothing too crazy. And I'm just going to put that in my crease. And I'm going to build this color up pretty nicely. Just so it can kind of peek through the rest of the shadows that I'm going to use. And I think I might do a halo eye. I'm not quite sure, but I'm thinking that's where this look is heading. But it is a really pretty, like, mustardy gold. And it's blending nicely. It's not like picking up on any dry patches or anything like that. And then I think I'm just going to take a clean brush. This is the BH Cosmetics B5 and dip into that wolf shade there. Just so I can blend out the top, since that is pretty much like my skin color. I think it'll work nicely with blending out these edges. Just like that. Alright, I just turned down my light a little bit because I feel like it was kind of making it hard to see. but I think I'm just going to keep building up that color to the color I want, I guess. Alright, so that's what we got so far. Blended out just fine. It's not patchy, it's not picking up anywhere, it's not clinging anywhere. So yeah, I'm digging that shade. It's really pretty. I want to use this blue and this green, Rebel and Hazel, but for the life of me, I just can't figure out how I want to incorporate them together. But anyways, I think I'm just going to go for it and dip into that hazel color there. Usually I stay away from greens, just typically because my eyes are green, so they don't necessarily like enhance them. There are a couple of green based shadows that do, but we'll see. And I'm like super nervous, but I'm just going to focus it mainly on my outer here. Alright, so I didn't realize that my camera wasn't recording, but I got this e.l.f. crease brush and was just really focusing it out here, and then taking what was left over and marrying it into my crease there. I didn't take it any higher, and then I just went in with that first brush with a little bit of channel and really tried to like blend those out. So far I'm not having any problem with like patchiness or anything. I've just, you know, built them up to the way I want them. And I think that green and that mustard marrying together kind of created like this blue, which I'm not mad at because I am going to go in with Rebel right here. But so far I'm not having any problems with these darker shades. If anything, they kind of remind me of like the Subculture. I never owned it, and I know I've never used it, but I've seen it in some of these, you know, just make me think of it. And I'm not having any problems like some people did with that palette, so that's always a good sign. But I'm just going to take this the vintage brush I think I got in BoxyCharm, and just dipping into that Rebel and just really packing that color on the inner and outer, and then I'll go in and blend it. I just find that packing on color and then going in there is a little bit easier than trying to take like a fluffy, you know, blending brush. And then I'm just going to go back in with that same little crease brush and just blend out those edges. And I think I'm going to dip back into that hazel too. Alright, so that's what we have so far. I know it's looking like a hot mess, but bear with me. So I'm just going to pack that color back on. Just like that. And then go back through again. And then I'm just going to take the slightest amount of that channel color, that first color, and blend that out. And so far, packing on that color, I have like maybe one speck, and I accidentally just like rubbed it on my face. But other than that, I mean, there's a little bit of blue built up here, but that could be the blending. So the fallout with this so far with the mattes haven't been too bad. Thank goodness, because I forgot to put powder underneath my eye. But and then I think I'm going to cut the crease in the middle off camera, and then come back on camera and apply a shimmer shade in the middle. Alright, so I just cut out the middle, and I don't know if I want to use Goddess or Queen. Goddess is more of like your goldy color, and then what was it? Queen is more of like your bronzy. So I think I'm gonna go for Queen, and I'm just gonna use my finger to pack it on. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's a really pretty gold shade. And I'm just packing that everywhere I put the concealer. So that's what that looks like. Don't worry, I'm going to go in and blend those edges. So I'm just going to dip back into Rebel and just blend that together. And I'm not too worried about it being I'm not too worried about it being precise, because you can just always go back in there. And I'm just going to take this like little Morphe M514 and dip back into that. I mean, just the tiniest bit, because I want to blend out that harsh line right there. I just want the littlest bit of blue. And then go back in with the crease brush. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of using color, just because you have to like go back in and pack on more. It just takes a lot more work, especially for someone who's like a beginner. So that's why I normally stay away from these kind of colors. But I wanted to try something different, and yeah, so. And now, like, see, this is more of like a fluffier brush, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I do have some fallout right there, which hopefully I'll be able to wipe away and it not smear. So I'm gonna put some powder on underneath. Alright, so I got some powder under there, and I'm just gonna work on the lower lash line. I'm gonna take this Alamar Cosmetics flat shader brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dip directly into Rebel here. And I'm just going to like pack it super close to my lash line. And I'm going to go here and kind of just mimic what we did on the top. Then I'm going to go in with this Luxie 141 mini round and dip back into that goddess shade. And I'm just going to pack it and then blend. I think I'm going to spray my brush. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. And it looks something like that. And then I'm just going to sweep away that bake. And then I'm just going to take this Eco Tools accent. I just like using this to smudge. Dip back into that channel, that mustardy color. And really carefully blend out those edges. Because I don't want to bring this color too far down, but I want to be able to use it to blend those out and connect it back up to the top there. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of that blue. Like so. And I'm just going to wipe that same brush off and dip into Wolf here. Again, because it's similar to my skin. and just kind of buff out any, you know, harsh I cannot talk today. Buff out any harsh edges. And then I think I'm just going to take Prince and put that on my inner corner and brow bone. Alright, so that's pretty much that done. So I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, apply mascara, liner, you know, the whole 9 yards, and then come back and show you the final look. Alright, so I know this is like super up close and personal, but I just kind of wanted to show you what the like finished look looks like. I think it turned out alright. I mean, definitely not something I'm used to doing, that's for sure, but it could have been worse, that's for sure. I couldn't find any of the 3 eyelashes that I wear, so I'm just rocking my natural lashes. But I think if I could find my false lashes, it would kind of complete the look a little bit better. But I mean, it doesn't look awful, I guess. What do you guys think? Alright, so my final conclusion on the palette is I like it. I think some of the harder colors in here, like the blue and like the green, I'm sure obviously, you know, the black, are kind of the harder ones to formulate. So I think, you know, they blended just fine. They didn't get patchy. I mean, of course you have to pack on color no matter what brand or how much you spend on a palette. But, I mean, I like it. I think it's worth it if these are, you know, colors that you are going to gravitate towards. Do I necessarily think it's like an everyday go-to palette? No, I personally don't. Just because of like the transitions here, and like if you like more of like your pinkier, lighter shimmer shades and maybe like a bronze, then maybe, you know, you can use those in every day. Personally, I like a subtle gold. Like this gold is pretty like in your face, and I like more of like a subdued subtle gold. I mean, if these are colors you wear every day, the pinks and the golds, then I think go for it. There's nothing wrong with it. I think I'll definitely get use out of it when I want these pops of color, just because I don't really have any. And please excuse that, wait, this one right here. She is, I don't know, something else. Stop it. But, I think, again, I don't think it's a bad palette at all. I think it's definitely worth your money. I think it's like $22, $24. I'll leave the price on the screen. And again, if you know you're a follower or subscriber of Sylvia and you want to support her, I think go for it. I don't think it's going to be a waste of money at all. I think it'd be a great investment to have in your collection, and I'm excited to have this one in my collection. And I'm definitely going to play around with it more and use more looks, use more colors. If you guys want more looks, maybe I can do like a 2-in-1 palette look or a 3-in-1 palette look or whatever, and try to go like down here and like the more dramatic like smoky eye. Maybe I might be able to do that. I mean, I just struggled with the blue, but that's because I'm not a makeup artist, so you know, my skills aren't up to par. But I can definitely give you some more looks using this palette if that's something you guys are interested in. So yeah, I think it's a really good palette, and if you want to pick it up, I think it's definitely worth your money. BH is, you know, very affordable, almost like drugstore brand. I've bought plenty of things on there. I don't think I've ever used their eyeshadows though. I think this might be the first time using their eyeshadows, and I think they worked fantastic. So yeah, that's just kind of my thought on that. If you guys are going to pick it up, or if you guys follow Sylvia, let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about this palette? Is this something you're interested in? It's definitely different for like the holidays. And do you like it for that reason? You know, kind of start up a conversation down below. I love talking to you guys. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell while you're down there so you're notified every time I upload a video. Make sure you like this video if this is something that you guys like or interested in, maybe doing like the 2-in-1 palette look or whatever. Or if you just like this video, give it a thumbs up. It will really help me out. And until next time, bye guys.